You don't know TM'd. Look like someone who belongs in a bank like this. That's how TM's what the CEO told Hera loud enough for everyone to hear, but quiet enough to pretend it was a joke. The entire boardroom tensed. Amara TM's face. Didn't Aroa TMT flinch, but her hands clenched under the table. What the CEO didn't Aroa TMT know was that Keanu Reeves had been silently observing from the corner Aos until now. He slowly stood up, eyes locked on the man across the room, and said in a calm, razor-sharp voice, "Oh, TM, we worked with the smartest minds on the planet, and she outthinks them all." The CEO tried to laugh it off, but no one laughed with him. What Keanu said next? It was na wow, TMD, just a defense. It was a line so powerful the entire meeting stopped cold ow wow, and history took a different turn. There was a long, charged silence as Keanu stepped forward and placed a hand gently on Amara TM's shoulder ow wow, not to protect her, but to stand beside her. Oh, you built a billion-dollar company by stepping on people like her, Keanu said, voice steady. Oh, but today you stepped on the wrong one. The CEO of TM's smile twitched, but before he could speak, Keanu reached into his coat and pulled out a file, an alternative proposal. Ray TM have been quietly backing her plan. For 6 months. These numbers? They outperform yours in every way, and without exploiting a single soul. Gasps rippled across the room as analysts grabbed the documents, eyes widening at the projections. A senior board member whispered, "Oh, these margins, they out TM unreal. Oh, Amara did now TM, T say a word. She did now TM to need to." Her work had already spoken. The CEO looked around, his control unraveling as the rest of the room began to shift allegiance. But Keanu wasna what TM what T done. He walked back to his seat and said just loud enough, "You judged her by how she looks. I judged her by what she built." And then he gave a small nod. Your move." The power in the room had changed a bow, and the twist that followed would shake the financial world. The CEO bows TM's fingers tapped nervously against the glass table as board members flipped through Amara bow TM's plan, their expressions morphing from skeptical to stunned. One of them finally spoke up. This could double our long-term equity value. Why, we're now CM'd. We told about this earlier." The CEO opened his mouth, but Keanu cut him off. Because it did now TM. T come from someone who looked like him. It came from someone who actually understands what people need a cow, and that scared him. The room fell into a heavy silence again, but this time the balance had shifted. Amara stood, her voice calm but unshakable. "Oh, you thought. You were the gatekeeper." She said to the CEO. But your gate, TM's broken, and we just walked through it." Whispers turned into conversations. Senior stakeholders began texting. The CEO AEAU, TM's authority, was crumbling in real time. Then came the moment no one saw coming. A vote was called. A new direction, new leadership. And by a razor-thin margin, Amara TM's proposal was approved. Keanu simply leaned back in his chair, a faint smile on his lips. But there was still one more reveal left, a twist that no one in that room was prepared for. As the vote was finalized and the room erupted in a mix of shock and hushed celebration, the CEO stood frozen until one board member turned to him and said, well, you didn't just lose the vote. You lost the room. That TM is when Keanu dropped the final piece, the twist that silenced even the whispers. And before I forget, he said casually, pulling out a letter from his coat pocket. This is from the foundation I co-chair. Vepobo TM, we just secured a multi-million-dollar fund to support minority-led financial ventures. starting with Amara Bao TM's initiative. The CEO Bao TM's jaw tightened. His downfall was complete, and it happened not with shouting, but with calm, undeniable facts. And one powerful ally who believed in doing the right thing. As the meeting ended and people filed out, Amara stood by the window, quiet, thoughtful. Keanu joined her and said softly, "Oh, they underestimated you because they could now, Tim. Imagine someone like you owning the table. Now they, TML, never forget." And as the sun broke through the glass panels, casting light on the once tense boardroom, one thing was certain: a new era had begun. And it started the moment someone chose to stand up instead of stay silent. Days later, headlines across major financial news outlets read, "Awo Black Female Entrepreneur Reshapes Banking. Diala with Keanu Reeves by her side." Social media lit up with clips from the boardroom, especially the moment Keanu stood and dismantled the CEO Arwao TM's ego with nothing but truth. But what truly went viral was Amara, TM's quiet strength. The woman they mocked was now being praised as a visionary. In a follow-up interview, Amara was asked what she felt in that room. Her answer was simple. Why wasna wow TMT angry? I was just done asking for permission." That single sentence echoed across platforms and inspired thousands. Meanwhile, the former CEO quietly resigned days later. No farewell party, no press conference, just silence. The bank's new leadership team included Amara as the youngest and only black female executive on the board. And Keanu, he didna buo TM to give another interview. He didna TM need to. He just left behind one line in a handwritten note sent to Amara TMA's office. History only changes when courage gets louder than power. And that TM's exactly what happened that day. As Amara stepped into her new office, space that once symbolized exclusion but now radiated with change. She took a deep breath, looked out over the city and smiled. The journey had been brutal, the room had been against her, and the odds were meant to break her. But she did no damn tea. Just survive it. She redefined it. That day was not just a win for one person. It was a shift in an entire culture. People watching from around the world saw what it looked like when quiet power stood up to loud arrogance, and won. Keanu never returned to that boardroom, but his choice to stand beside the right person instead of the most powerful left. An echo that would last for years. And for Amara, every meeting after that reminded her of one thing. The world does not TMT change when people wait to be invited. It changes when they walk in anyway.